Namaste, Tarotao. How are you? Today is a very important day. Today, there's a celebration in heaven. There's a huge shift of consciousness happening in the earth. It has been a huge battle, but I had to come here. Today, I cleaned my house. I believe it's going to be a new moon soon. And it has been a little bit of confusion, a lot of questioning, but we now feel a peace that is a weird peace because we're not used to on this timelines feeling like that, knowing what's going on. So even I go through self-doubt, and just know that your ego is going to resist until the end. There's memories in our cells. It's a lot of work, but not everybody has the time right now, luxury, or the circumstances, or the appropriate environment to exercise yoga, spiritual practices, self-development practices, contemplation, meditation. And this is why we need, like I always say, to have utmost compassion. Um, Today, I want to work. What I was hearing, it was like activations, activations, activations. Congratulations, Tarotao Collective. So I was using this oracle, the Divine Masters. Remember, this is a council of EloHim. So, like it says on the description of my channel, so the perspective is very high, very spiritual. Um, However, we're shifting, and I believe in me, and I believe in you. So we're going to manifest this ascension. Um, I want to do this affirmation that comes in this box. Divine Masters, keepers of the ancient wisdom, I call on you now. Thank you for revealing to me what I needed to know. I am willing to listen, and so it is. So, while I was shuffling these cards, I shuffled them and shuffled them. I was hesitant to do this message today, but I knew I had to do it since the morning. And oof, it's not easy sitting down here and speaking. The resistance was insane. But yesterday I did some breath work, and in this awesome activity. So invest in yourself, invest in your self development, invest in your healing, in the healing of our souls, of our bodies, of our minds. This little child of mine. And I commit myself consciously to say no to all this traumas that want to keep screaming while I am trying to give them peace, acceptance, and release. I scream out from the top of my lung in this uh, group. I was not the only one who screamed. Many of us did. And I remember screaming, "It's over." Of course, I'm not going to scream right here from the top of my lungs, but I thought I was not going to have voice today, so that's how hard I screamed. So I think I was making a commitment to myself. Then, so you see that as much as we doubt ourselves about coincidences, everything is karma. And what was called magic is reality. Keep that in mind always. Try so you can't remind me when I don't. So, I'm always tapping in YouTube, seeing what's going on, not just in humanity, but outside of humanity. Yes. Um, and I was listening about Shiva in one great channel and how hard was for him to accept Parvati's proposal of please heal the suffering. So I pulled the cards, and the first card was Shiva. Shiva, karma release. The end of a cycle. Debts are paid. Choose your destiny. It is hard to embody a guru. It is hard to embody an ascended master. You can only embody that when your ego is completely tamed in this 3D. And while I was hearing about Shiva, I was thinking about the story of Yeshua Christ. Let's talk about stories. In that story specifically, the karma is redeemed. So if you're a co-creator and you create karma, you can choose timelines. You can imagine new timelines, design them, with the law of manifestation, with the right consciousness. Why wouldn't I choose to take that path? And at the same time, that path of thinking, because it brings me relief. But what wrong is it for the one that wants to become a teacher to the world? What's wrong with that? So Shiva, thinking about Shiva and thinking about Christ, a beautiful combination of stories reconciled in my mind, therefore in my heart, or in my heart, then manifested in my mind. How beautiful. I just want to tell you, collective, to release the past, release the grudges. Sometimes we want to hold on to victimization because we literally have been conditioned and gaslighted, and we don't even know what to do next. I completely understand. I heard, and I'm hearing right now, you only know what you know. Please, collective, be compassionate with yourself, because you have to be very delicate with yourself right now. You need to observe those swords, the ones that cut your head off, and the ones that are still stabbed in your heart. If we're talking about illumination, let's talk about resuscitation. So let's understand that we're perfect, and those wounds were illusions. Like we are creating right now in this magnificent divine creatrix. Everything will be perfect. So don't self-sabotage yourself thinking because you want to let go, but you still want to remain victimized. No. The fact that you don't know where you're going right now is totally fine, because now you have to exercise faith and choose one of the two. You can't have two lords in your life. You can't have the Lord of the Matrix and God. You can't. You can't serve two masters at the same time. And we're there. And I know it's very hard for us to believe it. But miracles are going to happen very, very soon. I'm going to leave the comments open for this time because I would like to hear from you. Why not? It will be amazing. So the second card that I pulled was Joan of Arc. Look at the swords that she's transmuting and taking out of her chest and of her neck. Joan of Arc, sacred activist, do not be afraid. Stand up for your beliefs. And the belief is what you know in your heart to be truth. In your heart, not in the other's heart, in your heart. And I love the yellow here, a lot of sacral and solar being transmuted by this armor of this divine feminine. Shout out to Pisces Studio, Mama Lisa Ramos. This card remind me of you. And then the next card was Lady Portia. Lady Portia. Portia. In white and purple. Wearing that solar plexus and that sacral as jewels on her dress, on her white dress. And I cannot let it go because there's something about this crown on her pineal gland. I don't know if you feel it, but pay attention to what you feel in your body during these days. Do not be afraid, remember. And it says overcoming limitations. Again, karmic release, transmutation. There's nothing left of what you transmuted. Let go of the need to be right. That's the message. Yesterday, while I was in that activity, it was called Vitality. I recommend it. And it was a bunch of people in yoga mattresses from all types and walks of life saying, you know what, let me try this. So I'm so proud of everybody that was there and that seeks help and reaches out for their own sake. And I'm proud of myself. So while I was doing that breath work, I was hearing people crying, I was hearing people screaming, I was hearing people really struggling to express, and I was shocked because I was pretty calm and I was able to do the whole workshop. Breath work, it was tiring, it was exhausting, and I wasn't really even prepared mentally and physically. But you know what? I found out that I just had to do it because I already did the work. And I was doubting myself and still going. It's like you keep washing your sheets, or an obsessive compulsive need to keep fixing yourself. And I discovered that, wow, I have really grown a lot. I'm calmed. I'm able to do this. I just had to let go and just care about myself at that moment. It was about me and give my best, even though if it wasn't what I think is the best to that level. So I discovered that I was better than I thought I was. Some people discovered they had many swords still stabbed in their hearts. But I discovered that I had one, and that was not letting myself be who I am. And I'm still working on it, but I am in the way. I am in that middle straight way. So are you. If you resonated with this message, don't forget to press a like and subscribe. I don't post often, but I am a person that practices a lot of obedience and spiritually. So when I'm guided to give the message, I do. It's never from my own will, believe me. It takes me a lot to come here, but this message is for me too. I'm just a channel. So are you. But that's great, being a channel. I got you, I understand you, and I love you. Namaste. Just want to take a deep breath like always. And let's just exhale very softly. Let's lock this beautiful energy. And right now, I want you to imagine the color emerald green. Just want you to spread and expand outside the planet, beyond galaxies. Thank you for being with me. Hope to see you very soon. Send me that energy, leave me that comment, and push me to be here more frequent because it's good for my healing too. Bye.